to the non-fictional story time with Bad LSX Garage. You OGs are going to know this story. However, you newcomers will stick around. About 1.5 years ago, I teamed up with this company that claimed to be the best on the market. Now, I'm not going to mention the name, and I'll explain why here in just a little bit. So they decided I was the best. I decided they was best. I'd already done my research. I already knew. I liked their product, to be honest. They sent their product. It was a very, very nice product. Not going to deny that whatsoever. However, we started the video process, and about halfway into it, the wiring harness that they sent me for this product was wrong. Oh no! Which was really not that big of a deal, to be honest. You could just send me another wiring harness. So I emailed them, letting them know that the wiring harness was wrong. Crickets. Didn't hear anything. Now keep in mind, I'd always heard from them in the past, within a day usually of emailing them. 3 weeks later, they decided to email me back. Now, 3 weeks is a little excessive. By the 4th day, I'd already decided that, yeah, this wasn't going to happen. Yeah, we're done. Because if they're going to do me like this, what are they going to do to you guys? And that's not something that I can stand behind and won't. So I finished out the video and told them and emailed them and let everybody know there was no secrets, that I was exposing their nonsense. Yeah! After the video dropped about 3 weeks later, they decided that they was going to send me an email saying if I ever spoke of their name again, that they would sue me. Okay, whatever, sue me. You know, I don't have anything. What are you gonna get? Blood out of a turnip? I don't have anything, really. I don't want the drama, so I'm keeping their name out of my mouth.
Keep my name out your mouth!
However, in today's video, I have a name that I am going to drop. I have a product that is better than the previous product. They have the correct wiring harness, and the customer service does what they say they're going to do. I know we took the long way around the barn with this whole conversation, but the reason I'm saying this is because when something bad like that happens, there's usually something around the corner that is a whole lot better. Just keep that in mind. And that's the case with this week's video with the Lamtto D16 dash cam. The Lamtto D16 dash cam is a dual lens dash cam designed to capture front and rear views. It will come with 2 separate cameras. One you can put in your front, one you can put in the back. It does have a 64 gigabyte card that's included. You know, most of these dash cams and stuff, it's an afterthought. They don't worry about sending you none of that stuff. You can get that on your own. However, this dash cam has it all with it. So what's this dash cam about? Well, I'm glad you asked. The D16's front camera boasts a 4K resolution. It's a step above standard 2K or 1080p dash cams. This higher pixel density ensures sharper details critical for capturing license plates or street signs and dynamic driving scenarios. However, resolution alone doesn't guarantee performance. The inclusion of a Sony IMX335 sensor and a 6-layer glass lens enhance light capture and reduces distortion, particularly in low light conditions. The rear camera is 1080p resolution, while less impressive, aligns with the industry standards for auxiliary recording. It's a 140-degree wide-angle lens, provides adequate coverage for rear-end collisions or vandalism incidents. As you may know, these dual dash cams are increasingly popular, but many struggle with synchronization or overheating. The DC16 addresses this with H.265 video compression, which reduces file size without sacrificing quality. This ensures both front and rear cameras can record continuously without overwhelming the 64 gigabyte storage. You're approximately 8 to 10 hours of loop recording. You may be upset that it's not 4K in the rear as well, but however, do you drive through the front or do you drive through the back? I tore the rear view mirror off of mine because I don't want to see behind me. I want to see what's going on in the front. I'm the guy that's glass half full, if you know what I'm saying. It's got night vision as well. The DC16's aperture and WDR technology are its standout features after dark. The wider aperture shows more light to hit the sensor, while WDR prevents overexposure from street lights or brake lights. In testing, the camera captured clear details within a 20-meter range, though distant objects appeared grainy. It even has parking surveillance. It's a little G meter that's inside of this little camera that when that car gets bumped or truck, it's going to set that camera off and make it light up and start recording. Let's say you've went to your favorite restaurant, you and your wife. It's a nice romantic time, enjoying your spouse, when your girlfriend girlfriend comes up. Hey, listen, it happens. I've seen it. Girlfriend comes up in her Honda and decides to trash your Mercedes. She whams right into it.
Oh no.
As soon as that G meter hits, that camera's on and she is caught. Hey, I'm not saying I condone any of that, but that little 3-inch screen is going to save your life. You can check that 3-inch LCD screen for real-time previews and setting adjustments. While the interface is intuitive, the small screen size complicates detailed playback. This is mitigated by the Wi-Fi connectivity, allowing users to review and download the footage via the special app. The Lamtto DC16 dual dash cam is ideal for daily commuters, rideshare drivers, and anyone seeking evidence. It's grade A recording without overspending. You may want a higher frame rate. You may want cloud storage. For myself personally, this camera is going to be enough. The way I currently have this set up is for demonstration purposes only. It is not going to stay in the truck. We're actually going to put it in my wife's 22 Blazer. Easily mounts to the windshield the way it should. And we're just going to plug it up right here into our cigarette lighter. As soon as you plug it up, cool looking little race car that shows up. And I believe it's already recording. Once you got your dash cam front and rear where you'd like it, you need to download the app. If you'll go into your handbook, there's a QR code. Scan that QR code and it'll take you right to the Play Store where it shows up the Vidure app. VIDURE. Click on that app and download it. Now, once you have that downloaded, your camera's on, it's going to beep and it's going to make all sorts of racket noise until you get this Wi-Fi on your phone connected to the dash cam. The biggest problem that I had was that I'm at my home. My phone is connected to my Wi-Fi home. You have to disconnect your Wi-Fi home and connect to the dash cam itself, or it's not going to work. It's not going to connect. Obviously, your phone can only connect into one Wi-Fi at a time. So once you have that downloaded and you got everything going, you click into the app and it just shows up immediately. You hit connect at camera and then it's going to go to a live view of the camera. Now you can hold it like this or you can hold it the other way, however you'd like to do it. This app is the meat and potatoes of all of this dash cam. You can access everything and it's the easiest way. Now obviously if you're driving down the road, you're not going to be able to get into your phone and check all the stuff. You'll have to do it from the buttons on the camera itself. But if you want to check your settings, if you want to check your videos, it's all right here in this app. Like at the bottom left hand corner, you click on Files and it pulls up everything that has been recorded from top to bottom. Once this dash cam is full, the memory card is full, it's going to start a loop process, which means the first video that was ever recorded, it's going to record back over that one. So if there's anything important that you want to get it ASAP, if that makes any sense. So now we click back out of those videos and then you have a pause button, you have a camera button. On the left hand side, you also have a GPS. North, south, east, west, even tells your speedometer. So awesome, awesome little camera. Down here at the bottom on the right hand side, you have everything else, all the other settings, sound recording, video resolution, timestamps, so on and so forth. One would say that I'm probably a connoisseur of dash cams, if you will. I have looked solidly for 2 years trying to find a dash cam that actually fits my needs and what I'm looking for. We like to travel a lot. We like to go places, and sometimes you're going to miss those shots, or sometimes something happens that you actually need footage of. Even though I carry GoPros with me all the time, it just sometimes doesn't work out the way you would like it to work out. So I've been looking hard for a good dash cam, and I gotta honestly say, this DC16 dash cam is high quality and the video pictures are amazing. Like I told you in the beginning, it is 4K in the front and 1080 in the back, but I really can't tell much difference at all. And the back camera is showing wrong. I have the camera not mounted correctly. Like I told you guys, I'm putting it in my wife's Blazer. So right now I've just got it kind of sloppily, if that's a word, installed in my truck. The camera is upside down, so meaning that the view that you're seeing when you look through the front is opposite of what you're seeing at the back. But regardless, that's an easy fix. You just have to mount the camera correctly. Are you looking for a high quality dash cam that's small, compact, the video quality is amazing? I believe this is the deal right here. Lamtto DC16, definitely check those guys out. They just recently sent me another email wanting to know if we was interested in possibly doing like the Apple CarPlay that bolts up to the handlebars on the motorcycles. I don't know. You guys let me know. Is that something you're interested in? They're wanting to do it for the 2011 Street Glide, and it's cool. It would beat buying a radio and all of that for the Street Glide, but I don't know. Is that something you're up to? If it is, put it down in the comment section. Let me know. Maybe we can even do a giveaway with it or something. I don't know. We'll just have to think about it, but definitely let me know. Fam, that's all I've got for you for this week's video. If you've enjoyed it, you know what to do. Go down there and smash that like button, and maybe if you haven't subscribed yet, think about that. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I love each and every one of you. I love you. But until next week, fam, are you ready? Come on, are you ready? What about you? Well, let's do this. Peace. I'm out.